I must confess, nothing saddens me like the fact that most beautiful writers, brilliant writers, outstanding writers never get to make a whole lot of money from their writings. But then, times have changed, and we are in a very lucky period in time, especially as writers. And that is why you say I'm here to talk about what I want to talk about today. Now, especially in the landscape here in Africa, here in Nigeria, take for instance, there are lots of wonderful books that have been written and are still written every single day. This is not to say that people do not read books here in Africa. Of course, we have lots of bibliophiles. We have people that read books a lot in Africa. But most times, these books are mostly read by people who are book enthusiasts, right? People that love to read books, bibliophiles. Fine. But when writers write books, do they write with the aim of only reaching a certain group of people, like let's say maybe the book enthusiast? No, they wish that their books be read by nearly everybody so that their ideas can take root and germinate right there in the minds of the whole populace. However, only some group of people tend to read these books, and as a result of that, the books most times do not get read by the amount of people that it's supposed to reach. Now, something I observed with European writers and American writers is that they have become clever enough to understand that things are changing today. And so for that reason, and they have to find a way to adjust and adapt to this our time that we are living in. I mean, looking at the changing landscape as it unfolds today in the world of mass media and communications, you will see that it is very evident that internet has come to push book publications and all of these other things away. It has become a very serious rival for the attention of modern audience. In fact, people who write books barely get people who read these books in large number compared to people who make little bits of visual publications out there. And so here I am today. I want to show you something because I feel like many African writers can learn from this. For example, How Europe Underdeveloped Africa is a very wonderful book that has been written since in the 90s, right? But maybe let's just say historians and lots of book enthusiasts are the ones who have read it. But how many laymen, how many of the let's just say the average Nigerian, the average African man have taken their time to go through How Europe Underdeveloped Africa to see the gold mine that is in that book? How many people have read Frantz Fanon's book, The Wretched Heart? How many people have read it? You see, how many people have read Triple Heritage by Ali Mazrui? These wonderful books, even down to our contemporary time. You know, how many people read these books that are being written even of recent? It's surprising that when I went on YouTube, I did not find a single channel on Chimamanda. Chimamanda has written lots of wonderful books, and I wish that in a way she would have been on YouTube and then have been able to at least communicate her ideas and sip it through different minds. But no, she's not there. I understand that everyone is different and some people do not like to go online and all of that. However, in this our current time as a writer, to really influence people, you'd be needing the internet more than often. In fact, I would even say that you can even abandon that idea of writing that book for now and even focus more on publishing those ideas in visual forms, maybe let's say 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. It will make a lot of sense. And here's what I mean. Now, let me take you here to YouTube. Okay, let me take you first of all to my browser here. This is Robert Greene. Robert Greene is a very popular writer. Robert Greene wrote 48 Laws of Power. Let me go to his books so you can find some of his books. He's a very popular writer because he wrote some of the most wonderful books we have in our time. He wrote the 48 Laws of Power. He wrote The Laws of Human Nature 2018, The Art of Seduction 2006. All of these wonderful books he wrote. And 33 Strategies of War, Mastery. He wrote these books. Of course, these books are bestsellers. People have read these books. However, Robert Greene still did not stay there like that. He still went ahead to get a YouTube channel of which he now began to break down his ideas bit by bit. I'll get to his YouTube channel. Let me go to Ryan Holiday. Ryan Holiday was Robert Greene's mentee, right? And Ryan Holiday wrote lots of books. I think he wrote Trust Me, I'm Lying, Ego is the Enemy, The Obstacle is the Way. Yeah, I'm correct. He wrote Ego is the Enemy, The Obstacle is the Way, The Daily Stoic 366 Meditations on Wisdom, Stillness is the Key. He wrote these books, right? And it's commendable. Look at Mark Manson. This is Mark Manson right here. Mark Manson also wrote, I think he said, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. He wrote a very good book, bestseller. He wrote Models Attract Women Through Honesty and other books he wrote. Look at Esther Perel. Esther Perel also Like I once talked about her, she wrote Mating in Captivity and the State of Affairs. Now I'll take you now to their YouTube page so you can see something. Now let me type Robert Greene. So I type Robert Greene, and you find Robert Greene right here on YouTube. He has 1.7 million subscribers, and then now he breaks down his ideas bit by bit, right? All of the ideas he documented in his books. Reason is because I think he has come to the realization that the audience, he has to go with the audience. He has to give the audience what they want. Now, this is he's saying, learn to seduce anyone. Learn to seduce anyone. If you read Robert Greene's book, Art of Seduction, written in 2006, you will find most of the ideas that he talked about here in Learn to Seduce Anyone. If you see how to rule the world, if you read his book, For Tales of Power, and even in Mastery and Laws of Human Nature, you will find it there also, right? If you look at finding your purpose, you find it in Mastery, you find it in Laws of Human Nature. But he did not just say because he wrote a book or he wrote these books, then he should just relax right there. He began to break these things different bit by bit. 3 minutes, 4 minutes. You can look at it here. 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Science. And so he broke it down 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And so people even prefer to consume these ones rather. I mean, look at it. It has 14 million views. It has 14 million views. This one right here has 2 million views, 341k. Bit by bit, people prefer these ones than maybe going ahead to read books. These days now, our attention span has reduced, and so people would not even care about reading it. Let me go to Mark Manson. Now this is Mark Manson. He has 2.63 subscribers. Look at it here. The first video is saying The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That is the title of his first book, right? I think one of his books, not his first book. Sorry. And it has 1.5 million views. They make money from these things. Lots of money, right? I'm saying these things because I really want many African writers to make money from their write-ups. It is true that we write sometimes for relevance, to impact, to influence, but it would make more sense to also make money and also reach a wider audience through leveraging on the internet. It will help us so much. This is Mark Manson, and then he is making a lot of money from the internet right here on YouTube. And he's not only on YouTube, he's on TikTok, he's on Facebook, he's on Instagram. Sorry, let me look at Ryan Holiday. But Ryan Holiday's name is not Ryan Holiday. I think it is the Daily Stoic. The Daily Stoic is Ryan Holiday's podcast, where he talks about the different ideas that he has even documented from his book. So this is the Daily Stoic, and it has 1.8 million subscribers. Now, I'm not saying these people started one day and then they became popular like this, but the point is that they understood that the ideas they documented in their books could be broken down in smaller bits, and it will be more better and consumable for the audience. And so they did their best to break it down, then convert it and transform it to visual form. Let me look at Esther Perel. So this is Esther Perel right here. This is Esther Perel, and she has 642 subscribers, 642,000 subscribers. Now, that is just to show you a few of these individuals. Now, the point is this. As a writer, you have to find a way to reach the audience, right? And it will make more sense if you find a way to see how you can break down your ideas, in visual form and get it out there. I want to see writers make money. Most writers and even teachers, they are the most impactful people in the society. But guess what happens most of the times? Most of these people die poor, financially poor, although not intellectually poor, but financially poor, which is not good. Honestly. Just because you're a writer or you're a teacher does not mean that you should not care about money. They have families, and they also deserve good things too, like every other individual too. And so I'm just saying, if you're a writer, you have ideas in Africa, in Nigeria, wherever it is you are in this continent, try as much as possible, start up a podcast. Bit by bit, don't worry, keep tweaking it. You'll figure it out, and you'll be able to get your audience, and you'll be able to pass out that idea in different transformative form. I wish you all the best.